So guys, Manny Pacquiao seems very keen on fighting Errol Spence. You know, he talked about Errol Spence and he said that Errol Spence is beatable. How you beat someone like Errol Spence is by using his speed and using his movement. And he thinks that'll cause Errol Spence a lot of issues. And it probably would. It probably would. But it's a bit disappointing that a 40-year-old man is very keen on fighting Errol Spence. But apart from, I've said this before, apart from Pacquiao and Crawford, there's not many other welterweights that are willing to fight Errol Spence. You know, Khan's mentioned that he would love to fight him, but guys that like Crawford, Khan, and Pacquiao are the only ones that are willing to really put themselves in, that would probably put themselves in the ring with Spence. But there are others like Porter, Thurman, Garcia. They haven't been very keen on wanting to fight Errol Spence. Now, I understand Errol Spence is a very good talent and he's a very good fighter. And they probably want to financially, they want the fight to be as big as it can be and them to get paid as much. But really, the guy's an IBF champion. Someone like Danny Garcia should be running for that fight. He's not champion. He lost to Porter. It's an opportunity for him to win a world title. Thurman should be winning that fight. But Pacquiao is a guy that's actually wants that fight, because I think he's going to be ringside for Spence and Garcia. And I think most of us think that Spence is going to win that fight. Not disrespecting Garcia, but he's a guy that's moving up from 2 weights below. You can't really give him a chance against probably the biggest or the best fighter at the welterweight division, a guy 2 weights below. I just can't see how he wins that. You know, so but if what we all think happens and Spence wins, then, you know, he'd be the IBF champion, and that'd leave Pacquiao with an option, or Pacquiao with an opportunity to probably step in the ring with Spence. And Spence has obviously said that he wants to fight Pacquiao. It would be a lot of, I would say bravery from Pacquiao, but he's shown that before. But at this age, it would definitely be a dangerous fight for him. A fight that I think he can win, but a fight that he can also get hurt and be very dangerous for him at his age. You know, Spence is the real deal. He is the truth after all. And it would be a fight, you know, where, you know, a lot of Pacquiao fans will be nervous because Errol Spence is a lot bigger than him. He's very strong. But again, I think Pacquiao fans feel that Errol Spence is untested at that top level. They feel that he hasn't fought anyone like Pacquiao. I just think that Pacquiao's obviously, Errol Spence is at his peak, where Pacquiao's well past his peak and he's old. He's an old man. So, you know, that's going to play a part. And not just that, but he's physically a lot bigger, Errol Spence, than Pacquiao. So that also will play into Errol Spence's advantage, you know. But Pacquiao really wants that Spence fight. You know, him and Crawford have shown a lot of desire in fighting Errol Spence. Maybe them two see something in Spence that they can exploit. And I'll give Mikey Garcia that credit as well, because Mikey Garcia sees something in Errol Spence that he thinks he can exploit. He thinks that there's something in Errol Spence that he can take advantage of. I don't know what that is. And a guy is, you know, I'd like to hope that Mikey Garcia is able to exploit whatever he sees, you know. But it's difficult to see Mikey Garcia with the kind of disadvantage he is in that fight for him to go on to win it, if I'm totally honest. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. We'll have to wait and see if he can go and shock the world, because that's, in my opinion, that's what it would be. I think Pacquiao beating Spence would be a surprise and shock, but because Pacquiao's done it so many times before, you know, where he's moved up weight and he's beaten guys up bigger than him. However, I do think this would be a big shock as well, if Pacquiao is able to fight Spence and beat him, because Spence is a very skilled and probably the best guy that Pacquiao's probably going to fight. Margarito wasn't on a level of Errol Spence, and I don't think any guy that was that much bigger than Pacquiao was on the level of Errol Spence. So this would be some win. If, you know, Pacquiao at this age can fight someone like Spence and beat him, you know, it would be great. And I do think Pacquiao is looking at that fight. I do think Pacquiao will take the winner of that fight. I have a feeling Pacquiao is going to fight the winner. I just think that, because I think Pacquiao wants to fight the winner of that fight, but I also think the winner of that fight wants to fight Pacquiao, because they know the kind of money that can be generated, and they know the kind of, you know, the kind of respect and name that can be gained by beating someone like Pacquiao. So I think the winner of that fight would definitely be looking for that fight. That's why I think that fight gets made, because both parties would want to fight each other. And that's why I think that fight will probably happen. But what do you guys make of Pacquiao showing a lot of keenness, showing the desire to wanting to fight Errol Spence, which most welterweights are not showing? Leave your thoughts, guys. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.